Hey everyone, Pastor Jonathan here, and I am glad to be here bringing you the weekly word once again. Today I want to talk to you about controlling our tongues, watching what we say, controlling the tongue. So let's look at James chapter 3, verses 3, 4, and 7. Let's look at verses 3, 4, and 7. And it says, "When we put bits into the mouths of horses to make them obey us, we can turn the whole animal." Or take ships as an example. "Although they are so large and are driven by strong winds, they are steered by a very small rudder wherever the pilot wants to go." Then down to verse 7. "All kinds of animals, birds, reptiles, and sea creatures are being tamed and have been tamed by mankind." Verse 8. "But no human being can tame the tongue. It is a restless evil full of deadly poison." So James gives us, if you look at verses 3, 4, and 7, three word pictures for controlling the tongue. First is a bit in the mouth of horses. Second is the rudder of a ship. And third is animals being tamed as well. And James says that even though the tongue is such a relatively small part of the body, it controls everything else. And he says if anyone can gain control of it, they can gain control of the rest of their lives and keep the rest of their lives in check. If you can really gain control of your words. But it's a hard thing to do, isn't it? It's very difficult. I remember in Bible school, there was this kid named Jordan. He was in college. He was a great guy, but he was, I don't know, you call him like the class clown. He was always like the funniest guy. He was always loud and rambunctious, and he was always like 110% as soon as his feet hit the floor in the morning. He was just go, 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 and always laughing, joking, and saying funny things. And I remember we had Holiness Week where these special speaker would come in for a week of chapels at school, and it was great. And Jordan said he got really convicted over his words because the speaker talked on James chapter 3 and controlling your tongue. And he got really convicted that he was wasting a lot of his words, and that on Judgment Day you're going to have to give an account for all your words. And he got convicted, so he decided he was going to fast for 24 hours and not say a word. He was going to go through a whole day. And we heard this, and he told us this, and we're like, yeah, right. If anybody can't do it, it's you. Like, man, nobody talks more than you in the whole world. But anyway, he did it. And to his credit, he didn't say a word for 24 hours, not one word for 24 hours, and he went through it. And I remember one of the professors asking him about it the next day after, and he said, what did you learn from it? What did God say to you through that fast of your words? What insights did you gain? And he said he was amazed at the useless things that he would say in the course of a day. God really showed him through not saying a word and trying to communicate how many foolish things he said, how many useless things that didn't matter, some things that with his jokes that would kind of hurt people and bring people down. He gained a vastly new perspective on every word that came out of his mouth, and he really gained a new insight into that. Now we need to focus a lot of effort on controlling our tongues because it will help steer the rest of your life in a good direction. The Bible talks about how we have the power of life and death in our words. We can build people up, we can encourage people, we can strengthen people, we can really help people in their walks with simply our words. Or on the flip side of that, we can really damage people, we can really hurt people, we can really tear people down and stumble them in their walks with our words. And I know sometimes us Christians in our walk, we think we're helping with our words. We think by pointing out people's faults and failures and issues that, well, we're really helping them. When really that's probably not what they need to hear in those moments. What they need to hear is Jesus' love, and he starts convicting them, and he starts helping them with those issues and those faults and failures, because we all have them, every single one of us. So this week I want you to really focus on your words. Focus on everything you say. Maybe like Jordan, take a fast on talking for a while, try to communicate other ways. I don't know. But really be mindful of every single word that comes out of your mouth every single day. And realize that you have tremendous power in those words that God gives us. He gives you the power to build people up, to strengthen and encourage people. So don't take that lightly. And as ambassadors of Christ, as followers of Jesus, we're called to do that. So be mindful of your words. Get into the Word. Get into the Word tons. You want to hear God speak to you? Get into the Word. Talk to Him. Pray all the time. And never forget that God loves you.